Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is September 9th, 2022, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Bitcoin surges over 1,000 points. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. But first, looking at the major economic events of today. At 2:30 South African time, out of Canada, we have an employment change number coming out. Now, as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the US dollar weakens versus the major pairs. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both rally. Now, looking at commodities, gold and oil pretty much unchanged. While looking at the stocks, tech stocks did gain, but the question is how much further. Now, looking at cryptocurrencies, as mentioned once again, Bitcoin surges. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So it wasn't just the GBP, it wasn't just the euro, it's across the board. The US dollar did get weaker versus the major pairs. You could see that finally as the euro rebounds from hitting that 89-ish level, 98-ish level, excuse me, and then just rallying and alley-ooping it. Okay, it is still in a range and we are in the top of the range. So today is a telling sign whether or not this is going to correct itself, or it's going to correct itself on the downside, or it's going to possibly break out. So just keep that in mind as today unfolds. Looking at the Japanese yen, also did retrace here as well, as the Japanese yen slightly stronger versus the US dollar. Now looking at the GBP USD, also just barely picking itself up just from yesterday's trading. Now looking at the Australian dollar, also at the bottom of that range, okay, and making a double bottom on a weekly calendar, on a weekly chart, and you can see that quite clearly, and possibly, going to push it on the upside as well. Now looking at commodities, gold really at 1720, not much of a difference from yesterday, and oil at $83, just about $1.50 rally there as well. So no big changes there. But as we look at the US markets, take a look at this. This is the Dow Jones. We traded as low as 31,000 and we rallied over 800 points in the last 2 days. Amazing back correction there on the upside after really retracing ourselves quite aggressively from the end of July, beginning of August, where we hit our highs of 34,000 there. So looking at the big tech, also the NASDAQ did rally here to 12,400-ish level. That's a major move for it as well, so keep that in mind also. Now looking at the individual stocks, they did bounce, but not by much. If we look at Apple, just barely. Okay, if we look at Microsoft, also just barely. So nothing really riding home at these levels. Facebook did gain to above 160. Remember, 155 is that low. So that's really the point of contention. If it does break these lows, that's really where I would, bet my bottom dollar that the markets are going to go lower. Okay, but they're not breaking these lows. They're very resilient to not breaking the lows. Not to say that they won't break the lows, but today they didn't break the low and they rallied back. So keep that in mind. Now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, look at that surge, over 2,000 point move almost, okay, from our low of 18,657. We're trading now at 20,600-ish level, all right, from the previous day. So this is definitely a big move for Bitcoin. This could just be a short squeeze, as everybody's just been really shorted at this 19,000, and then as it broke, it kind of got to a point where it capitulated. If you remember last time, we also got to this level of 19,000, 18,000-ish back in June, and then we tested it and made the correction on the upside, and this is what's happening right now as we speak as well. So Bitcoin kind of resilient here. Let's see what happens the next couple of days. If it sustains this growth, maybe it'll be a turning point and we can see ourselves back in that $24,000 range. Okay, so as we're going into the first week of full trading for September, a little bit of rebounds after a sell-off, so that's where we're standing right now. So keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.